Welcome back to Twin Tiers Sunday. Once again, I'm Sarah Sheridan, and we're talking about the Chemung River and all the fun things that you can enjoy down there this summer. And joining me now is Tom Trifoso, the president of the Finger Lakes Mountain Bike Club, a new organization, and we're excited to hear all about it. Thanks for being here today, Tom.
Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
Now, you have just started this organization, and biking is a popular sport. When you go out in the summer, no matter what road you go down around Chemung County, you're always seeing someone out on their bike. Now, why so close to the river? Why do you think that's a good location to enjoy the bike rides?
Well, it's just natural trails down there that have evolved for years. You know, Sarah, those trails have been there forever and ever. And some of the members of our club have traveled miles away from here to ride on world-class trails. And these trails down at the Chemung River are equally as nice.
And how long are the trails down there if someone's interested in trying them out?
You're probably about 2.5 miles one way, but there's a lot of little spur trails that go off in different directions, with some being a little more technical than others. So you might be up to 4 to 5 miles if you were going to do all of them.
With a beautiful view right next to you.
Can't beat it.
Now, how hard is the trail? Is it a difficult trail? Is it something that a beginner might be able to take on?
It's absolutely for beginners. There's no doubt about it. Like I said, there are some smaller spur trails that go off to the side that might be a little more technical, some what they call single track and switchback, which is a little narrower. But it's all for beginners. There's no doubt about it.
Now, your organization recently formed. Tell us what your goals are.
Well, what we'd love to see done is have this trail continue all the way up to Corning. And I know there's some folks in Corning that are working on building their trails down towards us. So if we could get from Corning all the way down to, say, Athens, Pennsylvania, then we would have definitely a destination trail system where people would travel a good distance and possibly stay here for the weekend just to ride these trails.
Are you seeing a lot of interest in people wanting to bike?
Oh, absolutely. Nationwide, bicycling is way, way up, and it just makes sense economically.
And there are also some events that you are sponsoring, trying to bring people's attention to biking along the river.
We've had some great events so far throughout the summer, and coming up in September, we have a terrific event that the Chamber is very excited about. We're calling it the Mark Twain River Trails Jaunt, and this is going to be a really neat educational fundraiser ride for the Fall Cancer Center and Live Strong. And what this is going to detail basically is people will ride their bikes down the trail, and it's certainly not a race. They're going to ride at their own pace, but as they're riding down these quaint trails, they're going to run across Civil War soldiers, Mark Twain, characters from way back then, explaining how life was back then. It'll be very educational and a really neat experience.
And when is this happening again?
That's going to be September 12th.
So people should mark their calendars, and they can probably find out more about it on your website.
Absolutely. All the information's on fingerlakesmountainbikeclub.com.
Great. And now for your bike club, it's for people of all ages, all sexes, everyone can become part of it.
That's for sure. And Sarah, you know, there's no charge to join our club. If you go to fingerlakesmountainbikeclub.com, you'll see a join page, and just send us a little information on yourself, whether you're a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced rider. And we have rides for all different levels of riders. And we will accommodate anybody. And like I said, there is certainly no charge to join. And now that we are partnered up with Friends of Chemung River Watershed, we are fully insured for our group rides.
It's nice to have someone to go ride your bike with. Going by yourself, sometimes you don't have the motivation to go out. But when you have a group and you're going out with them, it's just a lot more fun.
Oh, it sure is. And you know what we do? Sometimes we just go exploring. Because one of our goals also, Sarah, is to find more places to ride. And there's a couple of us that will just go out exploring, and that's a lot of the fun of mountain biking. You know, with us being in this valley with woods all around us and hills, there is tons of places to ride that just have not really been developed yet.
And not only does your group ride, but you also make sure that the river is taken care of.
Absolutely. We love the Chemung River, and that's where we ride mostly because you can't beat those trails. It is right in our backyard. I talk to people all the time that live a couple blocks from the river trails and don't even know that they exist down there. And they are really superb trails down there.
And if people wanted to take a look, where would you recommend as a good starting point if people wanted to hit the trails by the river?
Well, gosh, if they just took Hoffman Street down to the river, and any one of the side streets between Hoffman Street and, let's say, Ohio Avenue up in West Elmira, you could get access to those river trails. You just go down over the dike or over the levee, walk towards the river, and you're on the trail.
So what are your goals for the future? What do you hope to see with your bike club?
Well, Sarah, there's definitely power in numbers, you know, and when we talk to land managers and land owners, they want to see how many people are going to be using the trails, how many people are going to be available to take care of the trails. So we would love to see our membership grow.
And how many members do you have right now?
We have a mailing list of probably about 150 right now. Active members, we might be around 15 or 20. We're looking for some good quality members that don't mind getting a little dirty and working on the trails.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And can people from outside of the Elmira area join as well?
You know, that's a funny thing. Our website has really expanded so much that we do have people from as far away as Rochester that have joined up.
Really great way to network with people that have the same interest all over.
It is, and we have networked with a lot of different clubs all over upstate New York. As a matter of fact, we went to a very large mountain bike festival a couple weeks ago, and people had heard of us and we had heard of them, and it was just a great way to network and make new friends.
Sounds like it. Well, again, it's the Finger Lakes Mountain Bike Club, and people can learn so much more about it by heading to your website. Remind us again what that is.
Yes, it's fingerlakesmountainbikeclub.com. It's a great website. You're going to find all kinds of information on there, trails all over the state. If you're looking for places to ride or even hike, you just go to our trail section, and you're going to find loads of maps of trails all over the state.
And one of the best trails is the one by the Chemung River, so people should definitely check that out.
No doubt about it, the Chemung River trails.
All right, well, we look forward to your events coming up and all that the Bike Club offers to our region. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And coming up next, we're going to talk about a music fest that's happening down at the river. We're going to have a preview of one of the musicians that you'll be able to see there, so make sure you stay with us. You're watching TwinTiers Sunday.
TwinTiers Sunday will return in a moment.